Here is the uncomfortable truth about security deposits. They are almost never lost in the argument at the end. They are lost months earlier, in an hour nobody spent, and the argument at the end is just when the bill arrives. Picture it. Two people standing in a room, looking at the same worn carpet. One of them has a dated photograph of that carpet from the day the keys changed hands. That person is describing a fact. The other one is offering a recollection. This binder puts you on the right side of that difference. It starts with 4 dates you type once, because a tenancy has 4 moments that are almost never the same day. The lease start, the day you actually move in, the lease end, and the day you hand back the keys. From those, every deadline in the file works itself out, including the one that quietly costs the most. Give it your lease end date and the notice your lease demands, and it computes both edges of the notice to vacate window, then turns amber before it closes. But the heart of it is the condition log. 70 rooms, fixtures, and surfaces. You score each one on the day you move in, and you record whether you have a dated photograph of it. Then on the way out, you score the same 70 rows again. Same rows, same order, same angles. And the workbook does the thing a checklist never can. It compares the two ends. Every row comes back with a verdict, pre-existing and documented, which is the strongest position you can be in. Pre-existing but with no photograph, which is honest about being a claim rather than proof. No change. Ordinary wear and tear worth arguing. Undocumented, which means you carry the argument, or likely chargeable, which means it is probably yours. It reads 4 things to decide: how far the item declined, whether you photographed it, whether it wears with normal use, and how long you actually lived there. Because 6 months should not wear out a carpet, and 24 months reasonably might. And it tells you what to shoot. This is not a blank grid with the word kitchen at the top. Every one of the 70 rows says what to photograph and why it will matter later. Shoot the floor low, from 2 opposite corners, in daylight. Photograph the caulk along its whole length. Lay the keys out on the counter with the count visible, the kind of thing you only really learn after you have lost a deposit once. Alongside it, a repair log that knows an emergency and a squeaky closet door are not the same clock. Log what you asked for and how you sent it, and each row is judged against a response window that depends on the urgency. 1 day for an emergency, 3 for anything affecting habitability, 2 weeks for routine work. Anything past its window, an unanswered turns red, and those windows are a small table at the bottom of the tab, entirely yours to change. Then, at the end, the deposit worksheet. What they are holding, what your own log honestly concedes, what they actually charged, copied in line by line, and the gap between those two, which is your letter. It even carries half of any line you only partly dispute, because a demand that concedes 4 honest charges is far harder to dismiss than one that concedes none. 3 guides come with it. A Start Here guide on the hour at the beginning that decides most of this, and the demand letter at the end. An inspection guide walking 6 zones and 29 checks, with a 32-row reference on how each kind of item is commonly argued about between ordinary wear and genuine damage. And printable pages, because you do this standing in an empty apartment, not sitting at a laptop. One last thing, and it matters more for renters than for almost anyone. The landlord's portal holds the landlord's version of your tenancy, and your access to it ends the day the tenancy does. This file is yours. It needs no account and no subscription. It works in Excel, Google Sheets, and LibreOffice, and it moves with you to the next lease. It is a records workbook, not legal advice, and it deliberately asks you to look up your own state's rules rather than guessing them for you. The Renter's Home Records and Deposit Protection Binder from Ardent Workshop.